Juggling visits among sitters is a daily task for most pet-sitting business managers. Sitters call in sick, or their schedules change. Sitters go on vacation, and sometimes they quit. LeashTime tries to minimize the work of reassigning visits to sitters by offering individual and group visit reassignment capabilities. In most LeashTime visit lists, the service name of the visit will be a link that you can click on to quickly change several aspects of the visit. The first field of this quick editor is the assigned sitter, where you can change the sitter assignment to someone who has worked for this client in the past or to some other sitter. Clicking Done makes the change permanent. In the visit editor that pops up when you click on the magnifying glass next to the service name, you can also change the sitter assigned to the visit. Either of the visit update buttons will apply the change. There are two ways to reassign a number of visits at once. When you have to change a number of a single client's visits that may or may not belong to a single schedule, you can use the Visits Details editor. Let's take a look at the schedule of our client, Rudy Bastian. We'll type in part of his name in the search box, and we are taken to the Services tab of his client profile. We choose the Visits Details item in the Options menu, and we are presented with a complete list of Rudy's uncanceled visits for the last month. But you can change the dates and click the Show button to view a different range of visits. This is a very simple tool. Whatever settings you choose in the form at the top of the page, including the assigned sitter, are copied over the visits that you have selected when you click the Set Values button. To select the visits you want to change, you can use the Select All link at the top of the page, or check off visits individually. This is a powerful tool, and you should exercise care when you use it. There is no undo function if you mistakenly change a group of visits. Be advised that every selected visit ends up looking the same when you are done, in terms of client charge and sitter rate, as well as the assigned sitter. So it is of limited use when all you want to do is reassign visits. LeashTime's dedicated visit reassignment tool, on the other hand, changes only the visit assignments and nothing else. To open it, click on the Reassign Visits option under the Schedule pull-down menu. On this page, you can compare sitters' schedules, move visits among them, and finally execute all of the reassignments when you are ready. Let's say Becky B has just called in to say she won't be able to work on October 4th or 5th. First, we set the date range. The quickest way to enter a date is to click on the calendar icon and then choose a date. Today's date appears in red, and we can quickly choose a different month if necessary. To pick the date, simply click on it with a mouse. Next, we choose Becky B on the left side of the page, because she is the sitter whose visits we need to reassign. Her visits are shown in bright yellow, for reasons that will be apparent in a moment. Next, we start reviewing the schedules of other sitters on the 4th and 5th. Andy's schedule looks pretty tight, so maybe we should try another sitter. Jack has just one midday walk each day, and he has been asking for more assignments, so we will give him 2 of Becky's visits on each day for the client Matthew Goza. If we want a broader view of Jack's schedule without leaving this page, we can open a week-at-a-glance view of his schedule by clicking the Week View button. When it opens, it shows us the date range we selected, but we can easily extend the range and redisplay it. Back in the reassignment window, Jack's visits are shown in white to distinguish them from Becky's. To give Jack Becky's visits, we drag the visits over to his side. We press the left mouse button down over the first morning visit and, still holding the mouse down, drag it over to Jack's side. Then we release the mouse button. The visit is still bright yellow because it still belongs to the sitter on the left side, Becky. We drag the second visit over the same way. Press the mouse down on the visit and drag it over to Jack's side and release. Then we do the same for the next day. If we make a mistake, we can easily undo it by dragging it back. We can dispose of the rest of Becky's visits the same way. Eileen does not look busy those 2 days, so we'll give her a few of them. And Corey can have the rest. As we have been moving these visits about, we have been building a plan, which is shown at the bottom of the page. Here are the visits that are to be assigned to Corey, and to Jack, and to Eileen. Let's say that Luis has called to tell us he will be out of town on October 4th also. We need to reassign his visits too. So we choose Luis on the left side of the page. Notice how all of Corey's visits turn gray from the bright yellow they were before. This indicates that they were assigned to Corey from a sitter who is no longer shown on the left side of the page. We click on one of them to find that it was reassigned from Becky B. And we can click on OK if we wish to return it to her. We'll click the Cancel to keep it where it is, and instead we will assign one of Luis's visits to Corey. That leaves one visit to reassign, so let's look at Jack again. Jack's original visit on October 4th still appears white. The 2 visits reassigned from Becky to him appear gray, and we can drag the last of Luis's visits over to his schedule. Now that we have rearranged the October 4th and October 5th workload, we can click here to discard all of these changes, or we can click the Make All Reassignments button to execute the plan. Thanks for using LeashTime.